Hello and welcome back to Ballinor. So this is where you come to get a permit for the gold panning. Come into the Belgrave Arms Hotel. Glen Coast also sells the permits for Ballinor. Hello and welcome back to Ballinor. So, where do I start today? You can see just under the bridge here, we're on the inside bend, quite a sharp inside bend, probably the best bend on the river, I would say, apart from up at the first fall, which is just up behind this gorse bush here. So the waterfall's up round the corner, river comes down kinda straight, and last corner here before the bridge. I've had success here in the past, so I think I can see some exposed bedrock just down here, and I'm sure this bedrock here comes out in front of me, but it's at the wrong side of the water. But I will clear out these two wee pools here and here just to see what happens, and I will be probably digging, starting my hole down in this area somewhere as close to the bank as possible without going into the bank itself. So let the digging, pumping, no sluicing, as we're not allowed a sluice at Ballinor, and as you can see they're trying to stop us from getting into the camping field. You can no longer access the camping field. You can if you park up on the road, but you can't actually get into the camping field with a vehicle like you used to be able to. Yet again, the gold panners are being punished. But yep, let's go and see what gold we can find at Ballinor. Not looking for millions, looking for a speck or two in the pan, and I'll be happy for today. So come along with me and see what we can find. So you can see here, there's some exposed bedrock here that I can pretty much guarantee that this spot would have been raided already, as it's the easiest point to access on the stream for anybody coming up, and anybody who's watched any gold panning videos etc will know that this bedrock is here. I could possibly chase this bedrock. I'll show you. You can see there, that's been freshly dug out. You can see all the big stones there, they're nice and clean, there's hardly any gravel in between it. Could possibly give it a wee scrape, but I really think it's already been done. You can see the bedrock goes underneath these big boulders here and continues down there. That could be worth a spot, but looking at this gravel here, that gravel looks very clean, so I would say that this spot has already been done. We're pretty late in the season compared to usual, but yep, you can see there the exposed bedrock. There's not even a hint of gravel left in it. Maybe down behind here, but like I say, that gravel looks far too clean. It's all mostly big rocks. You want to be seeing a good mixture. Like, let me try and find something to show you, to guide you. Kinda like this here. You want to be at least finding some smaller gravel, some larger stones, medium stones. You want to be finding a good mixture. But from looking at that already, I'm saying that's already been cleaned out. And it would have been well scraped over. Possibly underneath this big rock would be an excellent place, but there's no chance of moving that rock. And you can see here, the bedrock comes all the way across here. All the way across, and you can see there that is definitely, that is just all fresh gravel. Somebody has already been in here, cleaned out that gravel and took any gold from there. So my best bet is to stay away from this spot and to go back down and just possibly on this bend here, the inside of the bend here, but we can only see. But yeah, just a wee bit of information for you if you come for Ballinor. If you come down here at the start of the season, good possibility you could come down here. This will be filled with nice winter gravels. You'll be able to clear it out, scrape it out, and you'll actually get some gold for this point. But we're looking at it, I'm telling you, that's already all been cleaned out. But yeah, let's go and go on with the digging. So, I'm going to work this area here and see what happens. That's all you can do, is try and get down. Try and get down as far as you can. Check your pan every now and again and see if you're picking out any gold. As soon as you get a wee speck of gold in your pan, then maybe start to pan through that material more, if that makes sense. So the further you go down, test panning as you go. If you find gold at that level, then stick to that level instead of flying through the pan, because of course here you can only use the pan, no sluice. So it's pretty much hard work. So I'm going to try and just scrape all of this top gravel off. I'll test pan some of it. If there's no gold in it, I'll fling it to the side, go down deeper until I eventually get a speck of gold in the pan. Once I've got some gold in the pan, I'll start to work that and pan every bit of material that comes out from then. Take all the big rocks out.
This one?
Yeah. Fling it in there. Try and just get as much as heavy stones out as quick as possible. Another good sign of gold at Ballinor is lots of garnets in the pan. Something I love about panning at Ballinor is the garnets. So we'll just take this and we'll test this pan quickly. and already we've got a tiny wee speck of gold, I think. Just let me double check. Nope, so nothing on that pan. Let's get down deeper and we'll see if we can get to the gold. Running another test pan a bit further down in the hole. As you can see, I never brought my waders with me on holiday, but the water's actually warm. We're usually here in June. We're usually here late on in the season, after August, September we're usually up. But this year we're up in summer. Nothing at that level either, so keep digging. So we're on to about our 5th or 6th pan now, and we're just starting to reach black sand. So hopefully there'll be a bit of gold in the bottom of this pan, but I'm not too sure. But you can see there, I'll put it in the sunshine, there is a big layer of black sand. You're looking for it in Ballinor. When you come across a big line of black sand, you're more likely to find gold. I'll bring you back to the hole in a minute and we'll just pan through this quickly. And that's what you can see there, some tiny red garnets. That's another good sign for Ballinor. You can see that layer of black sand just showing up there, and the redness underneath is the garnets. This is looking like it could be a good pan. Definitely the most black sand I've seen yet. I think I can just start to see possibly a bit of gold. Yep, I think we have a tiny little speck of gold. It's just showed itself there. Just gently wash this back. You can see it's just black sand left. And there we go, a tiny little bit of Ballinor gold. And when I say tiny, I mean absolutely tiny. Just here. You can just see it shining away just in front there. So I'll get that with a sniffer bottle and I'll get back in and get back to the bottom of that hole. So we are absolutely massive in depth. I think we're onto bedrock now. I can feel it, the pump hitting off the bottom, but I won't know that until the GoPro fully shows me, but I think that'll be us. But I'll let you show you before I go for a swim there how far down we are, sorry. Probably about the deepest, biggest hole I've ever dug at Ballinor, so hopefully I'll get rewarded for it. I'm going to take away some of my cons, so hopefully I'll be rewarded for it. But I've had a good 2 days, and we don't always need gold. We need a wee bit for the video, but that's about it. But you can see there's bedrock coming right across there. Tried in there, tried here. I'll show you where I cleaned out the bedrock. I've still got the hole to fill in. But you can see down in there, if I move this boulder back out the way, I've hit the bedrock in here. And I cleaned all that out, but there was nothing there. So remember, always fill in your hole. So we are now back home, and this bucket is what remains. I'll just show you that quickly. This is all the fine concentrate. There was some more. So I'm going to pan through this bucket, and I'm going to do it in here just in case I lose any gold. The reason why I do it like this is because if you're at the water all day and you're doing pan after pan after pan, you get a bit lazy, and also you don't want to be using fairy liquid, which will get any of your gold that is floating, and it will make it stick to the bottom rather than floating about. And you don't want to use fairy liquid in a burn because of the fish and the salmon in the river. So let's go, and I'll put a wee bit of fairy liquid in this, and then we'll begin to pan it and see what we've got. So there is the last of the cons. What I done when I come home with the bucket is I ran it through a homemade sluice at home. Just attached a garden pump to, you can see all that black sand here. I attached a garden hose just onto the end of a wee bar, and the bar ran down my sluice creating a flow. Made it much easier than sitting panning through a full bucket load. Like I say, at Ballinor, you're not allowed sluices, so it makes it very hard, especially at the end of the day when you've done about your 15th or 20th bucket and you're very tired. So let's pan through this. Let's pan through this and see what we've got. You can see lots of black sand in that already. That is because it's mostly all the concentrate. So as I went through every pan at Ballinor, I'd get to this stage, as you can see there, I'd see the black sand and the garnets, and then I'd fling that into a separate bucket ready to come home. So basically there's 40 pans worth of concentrate in this small amount here. Which again, for the amount of material is there, say what, half a bucket, it shows you the amount of hard work that goes into gold panning, especially in a river like Ballinor, where you're not allowed a sluice. Taking my time, as this is all my efforts in here. We've seen a few bits come up as I was making the video, but I've not even seen what's in here myself yet. You can see all of that black sand. There's just absolutely loads of it. The pan is full of it. And like I said, that is what you're looking for at Ballinaw. If you've got some black sand in the bottom of your pan, there's a good likely chance that you'll see some gold. Same as the garnets. I've just got to gently clean out as much as this as I can, and then we'll see what 2 days, 40 buckets pays off at Ballinaw. And like I say, I can already see gold in the pan. I don't know if you can see that there, but there is already some gold lying in the bottom of that pan. Try to focus it for you. Just there. You can see it lying down in that corner, so I'm going to be very careful now because there's quite a few wee bits in there. And like I say, you can always tell Ballinaw gold, because for me personally, I think with Ballinaw, gold is the shiniest gold in Scotland. It is so yellow, it's unbelievable. So let's wash this all back down to the bottom, and then we'll see what we have. Trying to show this as best as I can on the camera. So what I think I'll do now is I'll scoop this line of gold up. You can just see it there, right along here. If I can get that bubbles out of the way without touching it. You can see that line of gold right along there. So I'll scoop that out with a sucker bottle, and then I'll empty this pan. I'll empty that back into another pan and try and clean up a bit more, and then show you the final result. And then I'll clean this through a few times just to double check that there's no more gold. Quite a nice looking nugget there, or flake, whatever you want to call it. Not quite a nugget compared to some. Those are American nuggets, or there's Australian nuggets, but it's a good nugget for us over here. I'll put that to the side. So a lot of people ask how much gold, what weight is in the gold. Although this looks a lot, it's not really, and it probably doesn't weigh a lot. But every time you go, it all adds up, and eventually I might get to a gram. And I just keep all my gold. In fact, I think some of my viewers have got some of my gold. There is the final result for Ballinaw. You can see that's my finger there. There's a line all the way around here. So I'm pretty pleased with that. A lot of digging, but I got a reward at the end of it. More than usual. Usually Ballinaw, we're lucky to see just a few specks at the end of the day. But with 2 days this time, you can see it all shining away in the pan. And that's my point finger, just for comparison there. But yeah, thanks for watching. Here comes the drone footage and some footage of the scenery round about. Sit back, enjoy. If you liked the video, like, share, subscribe and comment. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.